Hi everyone, it's Ashley with Modern Gardener, and guess what? I have a community garden plot. Today we're going to be winterizing this garden plot of mine, and I was inspired by what I learned when we interviewed Katie Wagner with USU Extension for our companion planting video. You can check out that video on the link below. But before we get started, I want to say a quick thing about community garden plots. If you are living in an apartment or you know someone in an apartment, a community garden plot is an awesome way to learn about gardening and have a garden. You can find your local community garden in your area, and it's really cheap. You meet awesome people. They often have workshops. You learn a ton about gardening. This garden has chickens. You can get on the chicken crew and get eggs. It's just an awesome way to meet people and make new friends, or start a gardening project with a friend. As you can see, this plot is very big. It's almost too much for one person. So yeah, community gardens are awesome. So let's get started on winterizing this plot. All right, so I'm gonna just start by taking all of this down and chopping it up because I'm gonna use it as mulch. That's part of the chop and drop technique. It's the same as like using leaves, putting leaves on your garden. I'm just using these dead tomato plants, and you want them in small pieces so they decompose, and they might not completely decompose by the spring, but they'll be enough that you can just mulch it into the ground. I'm gonna pull off these green tomatoes, and I don't want to add these back into the soil because I don't want any volunteer tomato plants coming up, so I'm just gonna set them off to the side. All right, everyone, this is my artichoke plant, and normally you would just cut the artichoke off at the bottom and it will grow next year. But I actually don't like this variety of artichoke. It was like way too spiky for me. It was like a cactus. So I'm gonna actually pull this up and grow a different variety next year. But these make beautiful flower arrangements for the fall, but they're really spiky, so be careful. But look how beautiful that is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just that golden, so pretty. I might set these aside and keep them. All right, so I planted a Crenshaw melon this year, and I loved it. It was so good. It's like candy. So I want to plant it again, and we have a video on saving your seeds from your fruits to replant them. This was a little melon that didn't make it, but I want to replant melon again. I think they just grow really well in this garden. This is my rosemary and some chamomile that's kind of surrounded by weeds. The rosemary will grow throughout the winter. I'm just going to cut it back a little bit and mulch it really well to keep it warm over the winter. And this soil is like super dense too. So dense. It's like there's a lot of clay in it, which is another good reason to plant the cover crop, because the roots from the cover crop will help like break up the soil and aerate it. All right, now let's rake all the cover stuff out of the way. So we now have the garden cleared, and I've raked all of the mulch off to the side, and so now we're ready for the cover crop. What we'll do is we'll broadcast these seeds down. They may even grow throughout the winter because they love cold weather. They'll die in the winter, and then they'll also grow back in the early spring. February, they will start to grow. And what we have here is we have clover, rye, and pea seeds. And these will add nitrogen back into the soil. The roots will grow into the soil and aerate it, help aerate it, because this is like a really heavy, there's a lot of clay in the soil, so it's really dense. And then before the cover crop starts to bolt or like grow seeds, I'll chop it up and turn it back into the soil right before I plant next spring. So, and this is another beautiful benefit of the community garden. They provided this for us, Wasatch Community Garden, so I didn't even have to buy this cover crop. So, I'm just gonna take off my gloves for this. And Eleni, do you want to help?
So pretty.
Yeah, I know, it feels good. I like the feeling of it.
Therapeutic.
And because the seeds are pretty small, you don't really have to bury them. We'll just kind of rake over them a little bit and then add the mulch from the chop and drop back onto it. I am gonna cut these up a little bit more with the shears just to get them in smaller chunks, and then I'll like lay that back on top of the seeds and cover it. There you have it. My garden is ready for the winter, and it's all gonna be snug and warm, and it's saying thank you, I love you, and I'm so excited to plant next year.